So the last shoot was interesting.
Really interesting.
Yeah,
really awesome, guys. Thanks for working with me on this. I've got the fire again. I can just feel it going through my bones.
Glad you do. Let's see how the people, they have a fire in them?
Well,
yeah.
How bad did you want to hit the century mark?
Pretty bad. Pretty badly.
Well, we just fell a little bit short.
All right. Well, you know, it's the first attempt.
We got 7 hits.
Awesome! What is that, like 7 theaters showed it? 7
unique viewers.
I mean, 7 viewers watched it. And I know I watched it, and I showed it to my mom on her computer, so I account for 2.
I didn't watch it. I produced it.
I watched it.
How many times have you watched it?
Well, I watched it at the hotel computer, and I watched it on the computer in my limousine.
Okay, so that's 2 more, so 3 other people watched it. Not a big success.
Well, what went wrong?
Well, I don't think people were into it.
It's Portland. How could they not be into bikes? How are we marketing this?
I think that the very first shot of our hero of our bike show not even being able to ride a bicycle might have had something to do with it.
No, we all knew that bike was way too large. It was too tall. And I don't know how you guys ride a bike, but when it's like the size of a horse, I'm gonna have problems doing that. So that's not my fault. That was you guys getting that location and that prop. So next time, let's think about being more realistic for what we bring to the table.
Okay,
that'd be great.
Exactly.
I think
we're on the same page.
I think the whole table should be more realistic about that.
Agreed.
Yes.
Agreed.
Okay. All right. So ideas then.
Ideas.
We're not going to do the cycle.
No more cycler.
It didn't work.
We could shoot.
We agreed if it hit the century mark, we would continue on with it. It didn't work.
It didn't even come close.
It was non-existent. So hey, look, it's how many shows go on the air, go on the internet or whatever, and they fail the first time out. A lot of them do. So what ideas do you have, Lance?
I know. I just thought this was a home run, and I wouldn't have to come in here with fresh ideas. Time pimp.
Time pimp.
Nah. 2 bunnies in love. I can do the voice of one of the bunnies.
Is there something
realistic?
else? Something. Okay, now I think we were onto something with the bike thing because there's a lot of people that like bikes in Portland, but so we need something else that people use a lot or like a lot, or something that just a lot of people can identify with.
I've got it.
Us.
No. Coffee. A coffee store. A coffee shop. I run a coffee shop.
I'm liking this.
You carry a filter full of coffee grounds around in your pocket?
I'm addicted. There's really...
Okay, no, I'm not judging you.
You shouldn't.
So the idea. Continue, please.
I am a bar stick who runs a coffee shop.
Barista.
A barista?
Barista. Sorry, I don't...
That's the terminology here.
I don't speak French. I run a coffee shop. Beautiful ladies come to the coffee shop. I give them coffee, and sometimes we kiss.
Again, that didn't work last time, so maybe a beautiful
yes,
lady
but you guys
works
gave me a broken bicycle, so it didn't look that natural. I know how to drink coffee.
I think the biggest problem...
I know.
I think the biggest problem with the first episode is that you directed it.
Really?
And, I'm sorry to throw down the gauntlet like that, but your direction, like, okay, now I'm going to stand with my arm around her, like, nah.
And we didn't want to step on your toes, but deep down inside...
You know what? I appreciate the fact that you're bankrolling this whole thing, and that you're starring in this, and that you're writing these things, but I need to direct this. I need to direct it.
I agree. I mean, one of us has got to step up.
I'll be honest with you, it was confusing running back and forth and saying action and then running back into scene.
It was confusing for me too.
I was lost.
I would rather be on the set with the girls and being on screen with them.
Well, I guess if it makes it easier, then one of us can direct, and it could just be you acting and doing what you're doing.
Whatever you guys want to do. Whatever you guys want to do. but people like coffee.
They do. They do.
They do. I'm willing to give the coffee a chance.
I think it's a good idea.
But I feel one of us, I'll put myself out there, needs to be in charge of the vision on this.
I agree. Although we really can't do any avant-garde stuff. People don't get that. We got to keep it where people get it. All right, so you got to tone it down a little bit.
All right, well, you can help me with that because you're the king of toning down shit.
Well, I do like to make things go boom, so.
But no explosions, though. I mean,
maybe a coffee machine will blow up or something.
I'll tell you what.
You guys not in the first episode. I mean, maybe like later. If this thing actually goes, if this is the one that we end up taking, then
I think it's got some
sure,
legs.
I'll let you blow up a coffee machine in the third or fourth episode. But I mean, right now, I mean, it's about a coffee shop. That's true. Needs to be artsy. It's about a coffee shop.
Within limits, Todd.
Yeah, but what happens when you drink coffee? You get hyperactive.
See?
Yeah, but what goes on in a coffee shop? Poetry readings.
Music.
Yeah,
you're right.
Hippies.
What?
You know?
What are you talking about? When I go to a coffee shop, I just read the paper.
Okay, and what are you reading?
Well, I'm reading the pictures about the weather.
Okay.
Just so I can understand this idea thoroughly through. The idea is about a coffee shop.
Yes.
Coffee shops that you've been to. There's always good-looking women in every coffee shop. Because I'll tell you this much: I've been to a lot of coffee shops, and I'm barely lucky.
Listen. We're making a project. Okay. It's not a real coffee shop. It's a pretend coffee shop that I pretend to work at. Because in real life, I don't really work at a coffee shop. I'm an actor who pretends to work in a coffee shop with pretend clients.
You lost me there.
It's all make-believe.
Okay.
What we do, this thing, this craft of ours.
Right. Okay. So, what do you say? This pilot needs to have. It needs to have an arc. It needs to have. It needs to have a conflict and a resolution. So if this guy is working at the coffee shop,
yes,
serving coffee to hot ladies,
yes, maybe the coffee shop is next to a strip club.
And the
extra foam.
So the conflict is he.
I don't know what that means.
The conflict is he has to stay in the coffee shop and work, but he really wants to be at the strip club next door.
It's kind of like Speed. So
okay, so I think that with me directing it, I will be able to, keep things comfortable for the actress on stage, on set, because...
Oh, I think I make actresses feel very comfortable. I'm very giving actor.
Yeah.
I like to give them a lot of attention.
You are a very giving actor, and
thank you.
And that nearly cost us a lot.
And Alana doesn't want to work with us again.
Well,
she won't return. She hasn't returned a Facebook message from me. She hasn't returned.
Wait. I got her number though. She gave me her number on the tax form when she filled it out. Yeah,
well, my suggestion is don't ever call her.
I think the best thing to do is we need to have like an extra guy on set, just an actor.
Yes.
Something to bounce off.
Absolutely. I want to have an actor on set playing, like maybe some customer
or something. Something to just bounce off of so it'll even out the tension.
This guy has to be uglier than me.
Well, there's a lot of ugly actors in Portland, so I'm sure we can find.
I don't want to sound shallow, but this is Lance Bass's show. This is going to be
absolutely
pushing me forward again.
Oh yeah.
It's not about the other dude, whoever you guys want to put in.
No. He's just there. He's just there to really just to fill the space. Like
maybe he doesn't have maybe he can't talk, no lines. Maybe he's a mute. Maybe he's a deaf mute.
I mean, we gotta give him something. I mean, he's got to say at least one or two
lines. Like those deafies talk.
Sure. No,
I guess.
I guess.
But I don't want to make him sympathetic. Maybe he's a deafie that's kind of a dick.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually.
But I actually do kind of like that.
And I, he's like to the girls, but then I save them and they fall in love with him.
Maybe throw coffee at him. You work in a coffee.
I would love to throw coffee at someone sometime. Besides my servants.
All right, so we'll get a guy. I'll make sure that he's not too handsome. Yeah. Good. We'll write him one line. He'll have an impediment so that he seems you know,
Slower.
less masculine
That's all
and
good.
attractive.
We'll make sure we get a good actress for you to work with.
Thank you.
Now, I you know, it's his idea still. I think we should go
Yeah,
ahead and-
and, you're
Well,
gonna
if you
write
guys
it,
if you
right?
guys are directing, I definitely want to write this one.
That's fine. That's,
I mean, the last script that almost took me 90 minutes. Took up a good part of my afternoon, but I'm willing to do that again. So
Well,
I'll sacrifice some of my TV time and write this out.
That'd be great.
you know it.
All right.
Sure, you're the expert on it. So,
So when can we shoot this shit?
we got to cast it up again.
Well, yeah, you write that script. I'll get.
Yeah.
And once we have the script, I'll cast the actress and the actor, and
I think we're good to go. We'll just,
All right.
so we'll
and then we
just-
shoot.
I think we just go ahead and do a generic location again.
I'm gonna go get another cup of coffee,
All right, enjoy
and
that.
then I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Okay.
I don't know.
I mean, this idea is almost as stupid as the first one. But
I don't even know what do we get, like fucking 11 hits this time? Maybe 20?
man, we'll be lucky if we get 20. I mean, the fact that one of us is going to be directing this thing is probably going to like help
that'll
it out.
double
but,
it at least.
Oh my God, this guy. So this is
I
what.
can hear you. I just walked around the corner to see if you would talk about me, and guess what I found out?